In this episode, an I-20 that likes to smoke.
So what seems to be the problem?
Well, it smokes.
You started when they said, I corner win. You fixed home haircuts and dye disasters.
Bruno spazzing on this motherfucker.
All right, can everyone hear me? Just type yes in the comment section below. Can anyone hear me? Okay, perfect, guys. So the reason why I played some music for you guys is to pump up. You know, we're always serious on the market, never enjoying ourselves. We're always having the worst experience trading, okay? Trading is supposed to be a fun activity. It's not supposed to be as serious as most people make it, okay? And so the reason why I play music most of the times before I trade or so forth is just to pump up my mood. I mean, who would like to come to a company where there is no flavor? And so I just played some music that I like. I like hip hop. Unfortunately, we couldn't play some of the original songs because we would have been demonetized for it, and obviously YouTube would have had something against us using other people's content. Okay, so this is Cheat Codes Algo, and today we're going to do it a bit different. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to type the currency pair, the CFD pair, or whatever you feel like you want to see, and we will give you a proper explanation on how to use Cheat Code Algo. Remember that the 7-day trial is only starting from next week, Monday. So from tomorrow and today, we're still going to give you the same aspect we would like to see in the group. So for now, what I want you to do, type in the currency, type in the CFD, type in the commodity that you feel we should do. Okay? Once you've typed it out, I will obviously gladly go into the chart. So we have 2 hours, guys. We have 2 hours. So we fix this thing, and we have 2 hours to actually check every currency pair, every CFD that you guys want us to check today for you. Okay. So we're going to start with gold because someone already asked in the comment section below, can we do gold? Yes. So I have loaded gold for you so that you can actually see gold. And so here we're getting wonderful responses. So we're going to start with gold. Okay. What I also want you guys to do, click on the burger menu, or if you want to call it the menu, click on the menu and change your resolution. So you're going to click there and change your quality to at least 720p or 480p. If you're using a cell phone, let's use 480p. And if you have a laptop on, then I would say use 720p. The reason why we're using that pixels is so that you can see the numbers clearly. Yesterday we had a problem with people seeing the numbers clearly. Okay, someone said we will run out of data. Well, my guy, if you are a trader, I would say invest into a lot of data. Okay, so what we're going to start with, let's start with the business of the day. And so we couldn't start this morning because we had a lot to do, guys. We had to fix everything. We had to make sure that the themes look well. We wanted to make it as professional as possible so that you guys can actually see everything live as we're going ahead. Okay, we don't want to just put the screen share there and it's not cool. You know, we want to introduce you properly to Pride FX. We want to show you that we are a fun group. We do have a lot of challenges. Yeah, Ish can also tell you that over the weekend we'll have challenges where we can see who eats the most and so forth. So I really want to bring you into my circle and how I actually like trading. I don't like trading being serious and always being this active guy like I am on most of the videos and in the group. I am a fun person and also very humble. So the reason why I'm telling you guys that is so that you can know that there is fun in trading. There's no such thing as you just not enjoying it, or you must always be serious, because if we're looking at all the forex traders, they are always having fun. Okay, that's the nice part about it. You always have time to have fun. So we're looking at gold, and what we can see on gold today is that it was buying. Okay, we can see that because if we look down below, our CC swing is mainly what tells us where will the chart go for the day. Now, like I explained to you guys in the video before this, I said to you guys that if it's by the 0 line, okay, and the CC swing is above the 0 line, we should expect only to buy. Okay, now if the CC line is below, we should expect to sell. So that's how the cheat code algo works. Now, though it has given us an entry, I would have taken this entry but expect to risk what I'm going to lose. So if you're going to enter here, what I'm going to tell you to do is minimize your lot size. Okay, the reason why we're minimizing our lot size is, like I said to you, is that the CC swing is above the 0 line. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's write the numbers down. So our entry is at $20.85. That's where we're going to enter into this market. So $20.85. So what we can see is that the price is above. So when price is above, we can use buy or sell stops. We don't have to put sell limit or buy limits. So for this instance, I would tell you guys to put a sell stop. Okay, so for today, let's use demo account so that you guys can get used to this, and then next week Monday we can continue doing the same thing on a real account. So for today, take your time, learn this aspect, because when we start next week, you should know the setups by now, because all I'm going to do is open the chart, show you what is happening, and you should know what the CC swing is doing. So we can see that the CC swing is hovering above. That's why every entry was taken for a buy. Okay, so for this instance, we could ignore the sell, but if you want to enter and just see how it works, I would say to you that take a sell stop and place it at $20.85. Now, if you have not yet placed the order, what I want you to do is place your stop loss at $21.34. The reason why we're leaving it there is because the cheat code Algo is telling us that's the amount you can risk. Okay, we want to play along these lines because that is where it's telling us that this is going to happen and how it's supposed to play out. Okay, so they're telling you that there is a risk factor. So those who ask me what is the win rate, normally I tell you guys in the group that I don't have a win rate. Okay, the reason why I don't have a win rate, I treat this as my own business. So if you think about a business, and let's say you're selling t-shirts for maybe $10, and your t-shirts, let's say your t-shirts is 100 Rand, and you need to print labels and so forth, you guys definitely know that doing that, you're going to have to put some money in. Okay, so that's called an investment. Now, the risk factor of having a business, like most of you would know, is that basically you need to sell all the t-shirts you've bought. Now, let's say you bought 30 t-shirts and you only managed to sell 25 t-shirts for 300 Rand. So you have made a profit of about 2,000 Rand. Okay, and that's the same with Forex. You need to treat Forex like a business. So if you're investing 1,000 Rand, you should be expecting at least 1.5 a week or more than that, depending on what your trading journal said. And I always tell my guys, if you are new still, is that use a trading journal to get yourself familiarized with everything. Okay, so what you're going to do, guys, take out your trading journal, and so we know that we have taken an entry at $20.85. Now when we look again, our stop loss is at $21.34. Okay, I hope you guys have written it down. For those who want to trade gold, if you're not interested in gold, we are coming to what you are interested in. So for the guys who like gold, what I want you to do, take a trade at the price they're telling you to take a trade. Don't try and take a trade now because you're seeing that there's an entry for a sell. We want to be precise with what this thing is telling us. Okay, and so once you have placed your stop loss or you're modifying your stuff, I want you to place your take profit level at, let's see, at $19.04. That's where you're going to place your take profit. Okay, at $19.40. That is your take profit. Now, why I'm saying that to you is because these three numbers are actually called log profit, where we move our stop loss. Okay, it's not so that you can enter 4 times and place different take profit levels. No, we use the middle ones to place our log profits. And how it basically works is that when price comes to take profit 1, we definitely know, okay, it has touched take profit 1. So what I normally do with cheat codes is I place a log profit. So I place my stop loss. If I've taken 3 trades, I place 3 stop losses for those trades just above or below my entry point. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want to lose money. So I log profit before that could even happen. Okay, and so let's say price goes to take profit 2. So now if price goes to take profit 2, what we'll rather do is place our stop loss at take profit 1. And the reason why we do that is so that when price gets there, we can at least say, okay, we have secured some of the bag. Okay, that's what we do. We don't use the last take profit just because it says that there's a last take profit. No, we use these 3 to get the best result. So if price does reverse, we are still in profit and we're taking what we can take. Okay, the same with any other business. You take what you can take, and the rest of it you rather make a sale or you do something to get rid of the stock. Okay, so that's why we're using this 3 take profits for that reason. Okay, so if you are done writing the numbers down, or you have taken this trade and you're waiting for it to enter, just click done. Okay, if you wanted to trade gold. Okay, so someone says this is the wrong gold. Let's look if this is the wrong gold, because normally what, oh, this is actually crypto. Sorry guys, sorry. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. No, not God. Gold. Let's go to gold. Gold we can use. Let's look for a better broker. Okay, this is a nice broker. Let's use gold, and then we'll go to XAU USD. Okay, so this is a perfect trade. It's already done, guys. It's already done. This trade is already done for the day, and the reason why is because we can see that that has occurred. Okay, I hope you guys can see that that has occurred. Our CCI swing is below the 0 line, so it was a sell, a confirmation of a sell trade. Okay, so we can see that it hit take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3 and 4. So it's done for the day. Okay, it's done. There's nothing we can do about this one. So let's move on to XAU. Okay, XAU USD. Let's look at this one. Same thing. So basically 2 confirmations. You could have taken gold or you could have taken XAUSD. Okay, so both of them are done. What we can do is, since I'm seeing that this thing starts moving earlier during the day and maybe there was fundamentals today, that's the reason why the take profit was hit for gold. Okay, so let's look at more requests. So from tomorrow morning, guys, we'll start at 8 o'clock South African time so that everyone can get this. Okay, so turn up your mic volume. Okay, let me turn up my mic volume quickly. Can everybody hear me now? Okay, so let's continue. So what we're going to do now, let's do NAS 100. I see a lot of people are requesting NAS 100. NAS 100 is so famous, man. Like, I always see guys asking for strategy and so forth for NAS 100. Okay, NAS 100 was a sell for the day, and so Cheat Codes Algo has confirmed it. Okay, we can see where the entry was. Let's look at our CC swing. So our CC swing was a bit late coming into this entry. So what we can do, like I said to you guys, there is a risk factor involved if we do enter above like this. Okay, but obviously you guys can see that the entry was perfect. That's why we have a beautiful sell, and it's still going to take profit 4. We cannot assume that, because we can see that some of us would have been kicked out by this time. So I was kicked out at take profit 3, which I'm only seeing now. So I've been kicked out even before I started this live video. Okay, so Nasdaq is done for the day. I think the only thing we can wait for is another setup, which I will send to you guys in the group. Okay, so I'll send it to everyone so that everyone can have a good view on Nasdaq, because if I do send you guys the password, the problem with sending out the password is that we have people in the group who are very clever, so they change the stuff which they are not supposed to change. I mean, if we're giving it to you guys for free, why is someone feeling that he wants it for himself? It's not right, you know? It's not right to do that. So I can definitely change the password. So if you guys want me to change it quickly, you guys can see the password and you guys can log in as well. Should we do that? Okay, so one person said, yes, we can. Okay, so yes, we can. Let's go over here, and basically what we're going to do is change the password. So to change the password, I'm going to have to go out of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music first, and then I'm going to show you guys the password. So I'm going to go back to the starting soon page, so that you guys, so I can quickly do the password, so I can renew the password quickly, and then we can continue. Okay, it won't take long. It's just for me to log into my Gmail account, and I don't want you guys to see my business of the day. Okay, so let me do that quickly, and then we can continue.
Working with videos can be frustrating. Luckily, UniConverter makes things simpler. With over 1,000
Pheasant out Pluto, pheasant out Pluto, pheasant out Pluto. Pheasant out Pluto, pheasant out Pluto, pheasant out Pluto. Buzzing out Pluto, buzzing out Pluto, buzzing out Pluto.
Can making more money be that easy? Invite your friends to join XM and earn up to $35 for each.
This is Sita.
City set the thing.
So I'm done. I think I did too much. I like being extra, guys. Like, I really like being extra. So I'm going to give you the password, and I'm going to give you the username to fill in, okay? So I want you to write it down. I'm going to give you at least 2 minutes to do it, okay? When you're done, just say done, and then I know you're done. All right, so one person has said done. I'm going to give you at least 20 seconds. Okay, the PIN is capital M, and then everything is lowercase. So Mr. Pride with a capital M at 2021. That is the password. Okay, Mr. Pride at 2021. Let me write it in the chat for you below, okay? So this is the password. Mr. Pride at 2021. Can you guys see that? You still can't get in. Why? No, the password is Mr. Pride at 2021. I just changed it. I'll send it to the Telegram group after our 2-hour session is done. Okay, the reason why, for 2 hours I want you guys to grasp as much information as possible, because when you're done here, you're just going to see entries obviously from the thing, but you also need to understand why are you taking those entries. Okay, so let's move on. It's Mr. Pride at 2021. That is the password. Okay. Max devices at the same time. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, give each other time. Okay, one person should actually log on to the app on the smartphone, so download TradingView on the app. Okay, and then another person should log onto their laptop, and then that's how we're going to sort this thing out for now. Now from Monday, I can confirm if it's possible for us to use what we call a VPS, okay, or a VPN. So what we're going to try and do is remote network to one account. Okay, that will mean everyone has to put in the same IP address that I sent on Monday, and then Tuesday we'll have another VPN or remote IP address that we all can connect to onto the TradingView account. Okay, so I'm going to try that with the members of Pride FX this weekend, and then I will let you guys know if we were successful. Okay, so let's move on. If you want to move on, what is the next pair that we should review? Let's get to the next pair. So just type any pair that you want me to do. GBP USD. We finally have someone who has said something. Okay, GBP USD. Okay, I remember trading this with fundamentals. All right, so you guys have a signal. This is a confirmation signal. So let's clap for the person who has sent this signal. This is a signal, guys. This is a signal. So what I want you to do, put your sell stops ready, and the price for this is $1.39.4. Okay, so we're gonna put our entry. Remember, you put the last take profit, and when price gets to the first take profit, I want you guys to lock profit over there. So I will be giving you guys updates on this. This is a signal. This is a signal. GBP USD is a signal. So why did it change now? Okay, but anyway, that is a signal. It's a confirmation that price went down. So what I want you guys to do is take a sell. The reason why I'm saying take a sell is because of this. Okay, we're watching that, and so this thing will keep updating. It's going to keep updating because when price moves down, it's going to change. When price moves up, it's going to change. And the reason why that is happening, like I just said, so now you can see it's a perfect sell. This is a perfect sell. Take that sell. Take that sell. Okay, so take profit levels, write them down, write the entry down, and what I also want you to do is take the stop loss down. Write them down, and when you're done, just say done. Okay, the email is montivino10@gmail.com. That is my email. So it's all small letters. My name, if you know how to spell my name, it's MONTEVENO10@gmail.com. That is my email address. Okay, so I see many of you are done. So I'm going to give a few of you a countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's move on to the next pair. What is the next pair that we are covering? Oh, I didn't even see because my settings are not for this. I use 1 hour. I don't use the small time frames. And now you guys can see that it is a perfect sell. Thank you for allowing me to let me know that I was on the 30-minute chart. I didn't even know I'm still on the 30-minute chart. It's because I'm still used to using my own settings, which is the 1 hour. So that's perfect sell. Okay, we can confirm that GBP USD is a perfect sell. Okay, reason why we don't trade on smaller time frames is because of the market noise, and the reason why we also don't is because this thing will definitely tell you what is happening. Okay, let's move on. So most of you said USD, US 30, okay, US 30 on the 1 hour chart, and here we go. Perfect entry, but it's already on take profit 1. So this one is already on take profit 1, but what I can tell you is that it's going to have to go back. Okay, so what you can do is place a sell limit at price 1, at price 33133. Place that there. Okay, place a sell limit here, and you're going to take your take profits down. Let me zoom out. I don't know why is it doing that. Okay, so write down your take profits, write down your entry and your stop loss. Okay? And once you're done, just say done.
This is what people that didn't invest in Amazon look like.
Okay, I'm going to do the last one and then I'm going to move on to something smooth. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about Heavenly Storm on the Reef. So I don't know if you guys want to stay for that. That is going to be to show you guys actually how to leverage on trades, how to use a stop loss and so forth. So that is coming at 6:30. But before we move on, you guys asked for Nasdaq 100. And okay, so basically they have touched, all of them has touched. So what we can do is, like I said to you, tomorrow morning I'll be going live at 8 o'clock so that you guys can get the best signals at that time. They normally give better signals from 8 until like 12 o'clock, and then we can hold for the rest of the day. Okay, that's what we're going to do from tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a break, have some coffee, or make yourself some coffee. It's a 15-minute break, and after this we're going to jump into a little bit of detail about how I'm actually profitable and how I'm using every strategy to make money from it. Okay, so tune in for that. We're going to start at 6:15. Okay, 6:15 or 18:15 South African time. Okay, that's going to be very interesting if you want to know how to leverage on profits and how to leverage on losses. Okay, it's a very interesting topic and I want to explain it to you guys in detail. Okay, see you at 18:30.
Feast of the Ting.
You're a small business tough with the advantage of QuickBooks. Save time with QuickBooks.
City set the tank. City set the tank. City set the tank. City set the tank.
Cool. Okay, let's go for it.
Sadie said the thing. 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 Sadie said the thing.
Alright guys, so now we're going to speak about cheat code Algo. Okay, so cheat code Algo, not cheat code Algo, sorry, we're going to speak about what we have done with knowing when to buy and when to sell within this market. Okay, so basically the first thing you're going to have to do is get yourself Heavenly Storm. Now if you don't have Heavenly Storm, it would be important for you to get it. Now the reason why I'm saying you need to get it is because it has a lot of secrets that uncovers everything within every single market. Okay, it's designed to help you get the best entries and also to get the best stop loss and how to leverage on your stop losses. Okay, let me just change the quality, and like I always say to you guys, change the quality so that you can see everything that I'm currently doing. Okay, so the first thing about I keep saying cheat code Algo, sorry guys. So the first thing that you really need to do is get yourself the Heavenly Storm. Now Heavenly Storm, it basically breaks down every single currency pair, CFD, and it also breaks down for you what I'm currently trading, which is volatility, and this will help you break down the market of deriv.com. Now deriv.com is not that hectic. Okay, it's really not that hectic. The nice thing about this, and the reason why I like trading this, is because number one, there's no news. Number two, there's no president that could change the news at any time. And number three is that it works basically as an algorithm that gives it prices on a daily basis. So whoever buys, whoever sells, that is where the market actually looks for the best places to enter and where to exit. Okay, so what I normally use Heavenly Storm for, guys, is basically on the 15-minute chart. I don't use any other chart for entries, and the reason why I use 15-minute chart is because it gives me the best entries and the best exits at the right time. Okay, so I'm going to do live analysis. I don't want to do previous analysis because past experiences does not guarantee future experiences. Okay, so what we're going to do is look at the highest points and look at the lowest points. Now in this strategy, you're also going to learn how to place your stop losses. Okay, now for most of you, you do not know where to place a stop loss. Some of you think that it just needs to be above something or it needs to do this. You need to actually be really reasonable with yourself and obviously with the market. The market will do things that you did not expect. Okay, now if you are actually in a good predicament where you can tell yourself, okay, I know for a fact at this place price will do this, or price will do that, or price will reverse here. You're putting yourself in a place where you actually controlling the market. The market is not controlling you. Okay, if that is the case where the market is controlling you, then there is a problem. Okay, the problem is that you actually don't have proper analysis and you don't actually have the proper strategy to get yourself into the best places. Now this takes time, it does take years, it does take months for someone to develop something that actually does work. Okay, now let's speak about what most people ask you is, what is the win rate? There is no such thing as a win rate. Okay, in life, in problems, in business world, there is no such thing as a good win rate. Sometimes you can have a bad day, sometimes you can have a good day, but how you take your bad days and turn that into positive energy can also help you make substantial growth within this market and wherever you do find yourself as a trader. Now I am one of those traders that will actually tell you what I know and I'll tell you what I don't know. Now for now, I can tell you there's a few things that most people don't know. And the first thing that they don't know is placing a stop loss, is placing a take profit, and it's actually to get the best entries. Most people's entries are basically guessing. Some come out of being impatient and some are also trying to do their own thing. Okay, so what I mean by impatientness is that there is no entry. So you're going to look for an entry on something that is not there. Okay, so if you're looking for something that is not there, just know that you have already not understand what you are doing. Now this also works with boom and crash. I also do know how to catch the spikes, and I also know how to do a few things. So for boom and crash, it's very simple. Okay, once you have Heavenly Storm in your pocket, you will understand the concept of keeping everything to yourself. Okay, or keeping everything in your learning curve to better yourself. Okay, and that's basically what Heavenly Storm does. It tells you when to enter, when to exit, and when will price reverse. Okay, now I'm all about reversals. I'm all about catching sniper entries, and you guys know that. You know, I like to enter as early as possible so that when I start looking at it, I get the best solution for my trades. If I'm in losses, I'm in losses. If I'm in wins, I'm in wins. Okay, so let's dive straight into what I wanted to explain to you. And the first thing that we know is that this was a sell. Okay, Heavenly Storm has given us that, and it told us that, look, this is a sell. And if you do have Heavenly Storm, go and look at it now. You'll see that there was a sell on volatility 10 around this morning, or around the early hours of this morning. Now I did not take this trade, and the reason why I did not take it, if you do get yourself Heavenly Storm, I do explain to you that there are sometimes late entries that you cannot take. Now this was a late entry for me because I was still busy sleeping, I'm not sure, and that's why I did not take this trade. But if I wanted to, I could have jumped in, but I just don't like the drawbacks that you might receive from using something like this. Okay, so let's dive straight into this. And the first thing you're going to need is actually every object that actually works with this strategy. So the only thing that I do in price action, guys, is basically draw my support and demand lines. I don't use anything else. Okay, I don't use trend lines, and I definitely do not use horizontal lines. Horizontal lines are basic price action where you need to see where was the lowest low and where was the highest high, so that you can draw in your resistance and your support levels. Now I don't do that for a good reason. There's a good reason why I don't do that, because it can give you a late entry, and like I said to you, we don't want late entries. We want the perfect results from this. Okay, so the only price action I do have is resistance and support. That is the main function, and the reason why I use that is actually to see what is going to happen. Okay, it tells you what is going to happen within deriv.com. Now deriv.com is also designed to do the same thing over and over and over, and like I'm going to show you now, it's very simple once you have these steps down. Okay, so I'm going to draw my first resistance area, which is up here. Okay, this one, the reason why I'm drawing this one is because it's telling us that price reversed there. Okay, so it's telling us a story. Like a story, every story has an introduction, it has a body, and it also has a conclusion. So this is my introduction. So my introduction is where I started to take this trade, and where I started to take this trade was on a sell. So now I need to go through my explanation of why I started with this introduction. So the introduction is telling me to sell, and so for that reason I also know where is my stop loss. Now my stop loss is just above my wick. So this is a wick. A wick is the candle, so this is the body of the candle. So where you see the square or the rectangular shape of the candle, that is called the body of a candlestick. Now the tail is this long line. The long line that follows afterwards, that is called a wick, or you can call it a tail on your chart. Okay, that is what it's called. It's called a wick, and I call it a tail, or you can call it a wick, depending on what you feel more comfortable with. Okay, so where the wick is, it's also telling us that price only went that high, and price rejected that price. That's why it's coming back down. So it's a reversal. Okay, like I said to you, it's still an introduction into what we're going to do. So you take your sell. And the reason why you take your sell, you will understand it with Heavenly Storm. That was the highest point at that time. Okay, like I said to you on the 15-minute, that was the highest point. That's why at that price, I decided to just take my entry. And the reason why I take my entry is because of that reason. It's the highest point. Now, before we continue doing everything else, we need to actually check what are the other time frames telling us. So don't focus only on one time frame, and that's what many people do ask me. What time frame do you use? I use every time frame. I'm not going to say I'm accustomed to one time frame, and the reason why I'm not accustomed to one time frame is because, like I explained to you guys before, it's like a map. A map when you want to go from Cape Town to Johannesburg, or from Memphis to Atlanta, or from Manchester City or you want to go to West Ham. It gives you a bigger picture, okay? And once you have the bigger picture, it tells you what time it's going to take. It tells you how long it's going to take, okay? And that's what the map does. And then once you're in the map and you start zooming in, or you're taking directions from the map, it starts zooming into every street that you need to turn left, turn right, and so forth, okay? That's how you need to tell the story of Forex, CFDs, and currency pairs, or your deriv.com indices, okay? So every pair has a map, and you need to decipher the map on where you want to go, okay? So don't just take a sell because 15-minute is saying there is a sell trade. Know why you are taking that sell, and know how long you can also stay in that sell. Okay, so for this instance, we have already found the highest point on the 15-minute chart. So now what we need to do is check what is the 30 minutes saying about the same chart, okay? And we can see that that is still the highest point. So you can see at 30 minutes, that is still the highest point, okay? So that we can reason with ourselves that was the highest point, okay? So now you know that on the 30-minute, it's telling you that that is the highest point. Let's look at what 1 hour is saying. Now 1 hour is telling us exactly the same thing. If we're looking across, okay, from this candlestick until that candlestick, this is called a new high, okay? It made a new high. So you need to focus on that when you are trading. So you can see that the 30-minute told us it's the highest point. The 1 hour told us it's the highest point, okay? Then we need to move along, okay? We need to move along. 4 hour. Now 4 hour is telling us a different story. So 4 hour is telling us, okay, it is the highest point for that time, but I'm still going up, okay? And how we know that this is going up is because we're seeing an uptrend, okay? We're seeing an uptrend. Now the reason why I did take that sell, or the reason why most of us would have taken that sell, is because we understand that price is in a range. If you don't know what a range is, I would suggest you need to go on Google and search what is a range, okay? So in this instance, this is a range. So a range is where price is doing one thing only, and that is moving nowhere. It's just moving up, down, up, down. So it's ranging. It's just consolidating, or you can say that price is not actually stagnant, but you can say it's stagnant. It's just staying in one place all the time. Okay, so I'm going to highlight what I'm trying to say to you guys. Okay, so this is what price is doing. Price is actually doing this only. That is what price is doing. Okay, it's going up, and when it gets back down here, so it's going to go up, and then when it comes to this point, it's just going to go back down. Okay, so let's draw the other one, and this is the other one, so you guys can see that that is a highlighted part. Okay, and the reason why I'm highlighting it is to show you where are the highest highs and where are the lowest lows in this range. This is called a range. If there's no uptrend or if there's no downtrend, that is called a range. Price is just stagnant. It's not moving anywhere. Okay, so you learn this as you go along. You learn everything as you go along. And when you get someone is asking, how do we get Heavenly Storm? You're going to have to contact admin. So you can contact Zakira, you can contact Alia, or you can contact Yahish. They will be able to help you to get Heavenly Storm. Okay, so Heavenly Storm actually does tell you all this stuff. Okay, Now this is price action, and the reason why I'm doing price action is because I know some of you do like price action. Okay, so this is a range, and from this range we're going back to our normal chart. But before we do, we need to see what is the daily. So I stop at the daily. Once I've taken my trade, I will look through all the time frames, and that's what you guys must also do. You need to go through all these time frames so that you can understand for yourself what is volatility, what is Nasdaq doing, what is this doing, and that's how I'm becoming profitable. I'm not using one time frame, I'm using all of them, okay, to give me the bigger picture. So daily is telling us I was at the lowest low and I'm going up, but for today I'm taking a rest. I'm going back to my sell, and we can see that when we're looking at the candle. Now this is also important, okay? I normally tell you guys about patterns, but I don't speak about what is the best time frame. The best time frame to look at is the daily chart. So the daily chart, remember that we have retail traders, we have long-term traders, and we also have traders who scalp. Okay, so scalpers would look at the shorter time frames, but what they don't know is what is the daily candle doing. So for the whole day today, volatility 10 was selling. Okay, so if you took a buy and you didn't look at the daily candle, you would not know what is going on for the day, because you're just focusing on one time frame, which is the 15-minute chart. Okay, 15, 5, and 1. That's what I know they use. So we are trying to decipher the code of what is happening, and that's what the code is about. The code is not about where you'll get easy entries, or where you'll do this or where you'll do that. The code is basically trying to figure out what is the map telling you. Now this is an uptrend, okay? So what we are actually doing is risking to go on a reverse of the 15-minute chart, but the 15-minute chart will always give you the best exit as well. Okay, so now I'm going to move along. I'm going back to what the 15-minute chart, okay, because that's where our story is being told. We just use these ones to actually get the bigger picture of what is actually going on. So if we do lose, we understand why we're losing. If we win, we understand why we are winning. Okay, and that's the reason why this was there. This is why all the time frames are there. There's not one. So if any broker tells you we only focus on one time frame, it's a lie, because there's a big picture in this whole thing, which is 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, monthly, and weekly. Okay, they all have a story to tell, but you need to start with the highest one to know the story going down. Okay, now I start from the lowest point and I work my way up. The reason why is because I want to catch the trade as early as possible and also to hold it for a long time. Okay, so we have 27 minutes to break this down for you. Okay, so now that you know that you need to use that, then you can move along to the 15-minute chart. Now when you are on the 15-minute chart, I want you guys to see everything that I'm currently seeing. Okay, and this is speaking to the chart. If you cannot understand the chart just by looking at the chart, then the best thing for you to do is to say it out loud. Okay, you might look crazy in front of people, but when you speak into your chart, there's a connection being built between you and your chart, because your chart is actually trying to tell you something, but if you aren't listening to your chart, you will definitely not know why you have taken that trade, and maybe if you've won that trade, you won't know why you won it, and if you've lost that trade, you won't know why you've lost it. That's what I'm saying to you guys. Use the higher time frames to get the best places of resistance and support. Okay, so like I said to you, on the 30-minute or the 1 hour, we found the best place that the price was at its highest point. Okay, so we know that that is the highest point, so I'm going to delete the 1 hour chart. Okay, so let's say in this instance we took the trade, right? We have taken this trade. Okay, now what we need to do is focus on how we can stay longer in the market. I don't use take profit, guys. I don't use take profit. The reason why I don't use take profit is because take profit limits you to do a few things. Okay, price can break this resistance and then you have left the market. Now you need to look for new opportunities. Okay, so I try to stay as long as I can in the market so that I don't look for new opportunities on the same currency pair or the same CFD pair or the same indice pair. Okay, I try to stay as long as I can so that I can leverage from my profits, and that's how I'm able to build small accounts into bigger accounts. Okay, and when those ones move on, I definitely start all over again with a small account, and I take that account up, and then the bigger ones I use it to grow and grow and grow. Okay, so I hope you guys understand that. Now let's speak about the story. So we know that we took a sell. Okay, does that mean we need to enter again? I'm not sure. If you like to enter more, you can enter more, but for myself, I enter once and I hold my trades. I don't enter as much because when you start over leveraging your account, it might reverse and now you have stop losses all over the place. So your chart is not as clean as you want it to be. So at least if you have $100 account, start with 3 trades, small, minimum lot sizes. Okay, and that's how I am. Okay, trade at least 3 at the top so that you don't have to keep adding trades as you're going down. Okay, so like I said to you guys, we know that our stop loss is above that place. So my stop loss would have been where I put this horizontal line. I don't know if you guys can see that horizontal line, and if you don't see the horizontal line, it's just above the highlighted part that I've put there. Okay, so now what I need to do is start looking at the market with a clear eye view, with the eagle's eye view. What does the eagle see from the top? Okay, so an eagle will look for opportunities to attack. Okay, now we are looking for better places to lock our profit, so we attacking in that manner. Okay, so I can see that there must be a breakout soon. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where will the breakout happen. Now I'm not going to use chart, I'm not going to use this to explain this to you. Okay, I'm going to use this side. I'm going to use this side because this side is telling us where price came from. Okay, now if we're looking at this side, we don't understand because this just happened. How can we be focusing on something that we don't know? Okay, so when I'm looking at this side, I saw a little bit of resistance over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's called a resistance zone. Okay, price respected that zone. So now I know that price is oversold, but I need to know when can I expect to start looking for my stop losses. Okay, so now I can see that price is staying there for some time, but I need that breakout to happen so that I can be safe, I can be secured on what is going on. If you don't know why you are not secured, that reason is because you haven't looked at your chart. Okay, you haven't actually understood what you're doing. So if you know that, okay, that is a support area, that is a support area, and when price breaks that support area, I'm expecting at least for price to fall. Now price will fall. Okay, price will fall. Price needs to fall because we know that it's oversold. If you know that price is oversold, why are you struggling? Why are you forcing for something that is not there? Okay, if you see price is breaking more higher, don't panic. Do not panic. Give price time to do its thing. Okay, and when price reverses, it will reverse. So we can see that price broke here. Now we're in the body of our story. Okay, we're in the body of our story. So we're telling our story now. So we have already understood that this place is support. Now price breaks that support. So what does this become, guys? This becomes resistance. Okay, this becomes resistance, and the reason why I'm telling you it's becoming resistance is because price has broke that point. Okay, so if you're looking at your house, you have a ceiling and a floor. So if your floor, if you have a double, let's say you have 2 floors, so if you go with the stairs down below, your top floor becomes your ceiling, and so now you're at the bottom floor. Okay, so that's how we're looking at the chart. Okay, we look at everything as possible as what life tells us, as well as what we know life to be. Okay, so now we're looking at that and we can see, okay, that has become our resistance. Now what we need to look for is, where did price reverse? That's what you need to ask yourself. Where did price reverse? And where we can see that the momentum of a buy, okay, there was 2 places that price reversed, and this is the first one. Okay, so I'm going to draw that one in, and the reason why I'm drawing it in is because I'm going to explain to you why you need to draw them in, because you've entered. Now if you've entered, you need to monitor your trades as well. Don't just leave your trades to run if you don't know what is going on. Okay, so now that we have drawn that one, we need to look where price reversed again, and I can see that price reversed over there. Okay, so we're going to draw that one in as well. So I'm going to draw my rectangular shape in there as well. Okay, so now we have a bit of a story. So we know that now, okay, price is broke. Now when price breaks, guys, focus on those levels. Focus on those pink levels, because those pink levels are actually trying to tell you something. And if you don't know what they're trying to tell you, you won't understand what is going on. Okay, so price is telling you that, hey, look, I've broken that zone. I don't have a place to find home. Okay, please look for a place that I can go back and rest, to get some rest. Please help me, because I'm not sure where should I rest. Okay, and so once we have found the place of rest, and that is in the previous chart, we know what is going on. Okay, so what I want you to do is start locking profit. So now we've locked our profit. We are, let's say, about $16 profit. Okay, that is $16 profit right there. That fall that happened is a $16 profit. Now what I want you guys to look at is, where does price go after that? Price goes back up. Okay, can you guys see that price went back up? Now when price goes back up, we understand why it's going back up. Why? Because there's 2 support areas there. Okay, but it broke the first one, it broke the second one, and after that, what happened? Price went up to our first resistance area. Okay, and then when price goes back to our first resistance area, what do you see? It starts respecting our second resistance, our support area. Okay, our new support area, and that you can see happening when you're looking at my chart. Okay, it respected that place, and now you're expecting that to happen because you have already set it yourself up for the future. You know what's happening in the future. You don't need to look at previous charts to understand what's going on. So here you can see that price respected, and it went back where? To that area. Okay, does that area become a resistance area? You can type down below, and I'll tell you later if it does become or if it doesn't. So you can type down below if you think that is a resistance area, or you think that that area is just supposed to be empty. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Now here is another one, and this one is a problem because I can see already what it's doing. So if we're looking at this area over here, right over there, okay, what is price doing there? Price is respecting that area. Can you guys see how simple the story becomes? Because now you're expecting that to happen, so you know what's going on. And now before you can do anything else, before you draw in any more, I want you guys to start locking your profit. Now your profit, so what I do is I count 1, 2, 3. Now I can lock my profit there. Okay, and then if this area is broken, let's say this area is broken, I'll go again 1, 2, 3. So now my stop loss goes down to that area. Hope you guys can see that. So now my stop loss is there, and I'm giving my trades some room to trade to be there, and that's the reason why I have left it over there. Okay, I've left it over there. So now that has happened, what I'm going to do after that is look for more reversals. Where does reversals come in? Here is another reversal. Okay, I can see another reversal, and it's about over here. This is a reversal. Okay, now we're using past experiences to tell us the story of what will happen and what we can expect. Okay, and the last one and not least is the end of our story. Okay, so we're getting closer to the conclusion of the story. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what price is going to do. just by having this on my chart. Okay, so this is what price should do. Let's look for object. I'm looking for the arrow. Okay, I'm looking for the arrow. Okay, here's the arrow line. So this is what I'm expecting this price to do. Price should go up there. Okay, and now what price should do again is the same thing. Okay, it should come down here. Okay, and then we insert again. Let's look for the lines, and price should go back there. Okay, and then let's look for a nice one, a nice one, a nice one. Price should come down here. Okay, and then when does it hit? I'll take profit as soon as this occurs. So price should do the same thing over and over. So I'm going to use the trend line because we don't have that much time. And then what we also needed to do is just to come back down. Boom. And then you're out. See how simple that was? Very simple, right? Nokolo Lukela says yes, it's a resistance area. Yes, that is right. That is right, Nokolo. You have gotten it right. Send me a message after this so we can give you Heavenly Storm for free. Okay, Nokolo, you have won. I don't see anybody answering, so you're the only one that has answered that question, and it does become a resistance area. Let me show you. This is a resistance area. Not for now. This doesn't become a resistance area for now, but it was a resistance area. It was. You are actually right. And I'll tell you why Nokolo is right. Because look at this. 1, 2, respect. They respect, they respect, they respect, they respect. So, well done, Nokolo. You have won yourself Heavenly Storm for free. Okay. I hope you're happy about it. If you do have it, unfortunately, I'll look at what other price I can give you. Okay. So now that we do that, let's look at one more. We have 13 minutes left, and then the live is going to end, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to end soon. So I need to tell you guys that we're going to end soon. And so basically, let's move on to boom and crash. Let me show you how to catch those spikes, guys. Let me show you how to catch those spikes. Okay, let me show you guys how to catch those spikes. So the first thing we need to do is get boom. Any boom. Is there no other boom? No other boom. No other boom. No other boom. Boom boom. Okay, so we have crash 500. It will still do. Okay. This needs to be on grid. This needs to be on 15. And so the same thing applies. The next, okay, so thanks a lot. I don't have the system. Yes, so just send me a message. I will reply to you, and then I'll give you the system. When will we have the next live? The next live is tomorrow morning. Because of cheat codes Algo, I need to give you guys cheat codes Algo. And yeah, Ishmael says boom. Yeah, Ish. Anyway, guys, let's look at the spikes. Okay, so I was sitting so close to my chart this week that I actually realized, where does this thing go? Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. Let's zoom out. And so normally when I trade, I don't actually look at my chart that close. I look at it like this, guys. That's how I look at my chart. This is crash. So what we're looking for is places that it can crash. Okay, so crash is another story. And I'll tell you why I say it's another story. It's because crash never actually really goes down. It never actually stays on a down momentum. It's always going up. And if I have to show you the daily chart, you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Now you can see that has been going up for days. Okay, it's going up for months, for years. Like from January the 1st of 2020 until the 6th of March, we're still having it move up. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so what I want to explain to you is how to catch multiple spikes, but we're going to need previous data to help us catch these spikes. Okay, so I can't make an example of this yet, because the reason why I can't make an example of that is because there's no resistance area there. But if we did take a sell, we could have held that for a very long time and we would have been in profit for a very long time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this range, because this range actually helps us understand how we can catch spikes. Okay, so like I said to you, we're just going to draw the body. So we're going to need previous data. Okay, we need previous data to understand how we can catch these spikes. Okay, so here we had an upward momentum, and wherever you see a spike in the previous market, know that price will also spike there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing again over and over, because that's what cheat codes does. Okay, it tells you a story and you need to decide what is the outcome of that story. Okay, so this is our beginning, it's our introduction to what we're going to do. Okay, then I'm going to insert objects again, and this is a resistance area, and so I'm going to leave that there. Let's draw the other one, and this is another resistance area. So let's look for another one. So this one is also resistance. Let's just draw that there. Insert. So I'm trying to go through it as fast as we can because we only have 8 minutes left. But I'm happy I did that one because most of you trade volatility. Most South Africans trade volatility. So if you have that down from the start, you can kill volatility every single day. Okay. Objects, that's a spike. Okay, so I'm just drawing them in. I'll explain them to you now, and that's the last one. Okay, so this became support eventually. If you look across, you can see it became support. So if it broke there, you could have taken a buy. Okay, so price moved up. Price spiked. Okay, spiked to that area and then it went up. This is an uptrend, so we know it's an uptrend. Okay, we can see it's an uptrend. If you get, I'm not going to say it after this again, if you get yourself Heavenly Storm, you will understand that that was an uptrend. Okay, Heavenly Storm tells you all these things. So this is an uptrend, and then we had a spike. Okay, and at this point price went up, we had a spike to that area. Okay, price went up and then we had a spike until this area. Now what I'm going to show you, keep it for yourself. Okay, price went up, we sold, then price spiked. Okay, now in between those spikes you're going to catch multiple spikes, so don't close your trade, hold it. Okay, then price went there and it spiked. Okay, so what you need to also do is when price goes back up, you can take a sell at this resistance area because this became support, and there we had a spike until that point. Okay, so close these ones. These ones are still in profit. And then when price went back there, we know that there was a spike over there. Let me just include this. We know that there was a spike there, so we took a sell in the pink area. Okay, and then price spiked 1, 2, 3, 4. It spiked 4 times, and then price came back there. And look at the previous spike. Can you guys see that there was a spike there and there was a spike there? So between the spike and that spike, this would definitely also have to spike. And then it spikes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Crazy, right? You guys didn't know that. It's so simple, hey? And you guys have been using indicators for this. Yo, it's crazy if you look at the market every day. But anyway, keep that secret to yourself, guys. So, I'm going to repeat it for the last time. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to repeat it. I hope you had your trading journals out because we're about to close. Let me show you that we're ending soon. Okay, so what you need to do, if you're trading boom or if you're trading crash, you're going to do the same thing over and over and over. You want previous data to explain to you what it does. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time with crash because we don't have time. Maybe tomorrow we can do the same thing. I'll show you with I saw it boom 1000 today, that when I traded it, it just started spiking hectically, and so I was able to catch some profit from that. Okay, so last time that I'm going to explain this to you, and then we can meet up again tomorrow, guys, and maybe we can do something else that's very interesting. Okay, so we're going to look for the spikes. Okay, this is the beginning of our story. We understand that that is the main support area, and now we need to find the main area of resistance. So when you find the main area of resistance, you will know when to start taking your sell trades. Okay, so price spiked for the very first time over here. Okay, confirmation. So we draw that line across. We don't know when is price going to get there ever again, but we know for a fact that price needs to come back to where it started. Okay, and then here is another spike over there. So we draw that line in. Okay, now this is a support area, and I'll show you why that support area is the most important support area. You see this reversal candle. There's a reversal candle over there. So we know for a fact that boom and crash does not go back down, or boom does not go back up because it's just the sell, and crash just continues going up. So we need to find the places that will tell us the best place to enter as well. Okay, now when you're using Heavenly Storm, this part of the market would have been out by now. So you would have had your chart something like this. So that part would be out. So we would know that this is an oversold level. Okay, but for this instance, let's just explain the spiking part about crash. Okay, so that is a spike. Can you guys see that spike occurred and went down to that area? Okay, this is a spike, and the spike went down to that area. This is a spike and it went down to that area. Okay, this is a spike and it went down to that area. So we're drawing them in. We're trying to get as much information in. So when price goes back there, we know when to expect spikes. We don't want to catch the 1 minute spike or the 2 minute spikes. We want the 15-minute chart to give us all that information. And this is the only place where you'll find the best information for spikes, which is the 15-minute. Don't try it on the 1 minute, because the 1 minute doesn't actually, it's just market noise over there. Okay, you're going to see a lot of spikes, and then price just continues going up. Like I said to you, this market has been going up for weeks, for months, for years. So use the 15-minute chart. The 1 minute chart is not included into this. Okay, when price got here, there was a reversal. You would have been told so if you know how to look for the highest points. Okay, so we know that that is the highest point, and then price starts spiking. Now we know it's in this pink area. So when it gets to this pink area, we can start looking at what is going on. And for the first time, we can see that there was a spike. So we take that trade. Okay, it spikes, 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 spikes until this area. Now at this area, we cannot look for any other entries. We need it to go back up. And the reason why we need it to go back up is because of this past history that we're seeing over here. So we take that spike down to this area, and there is a reversal. So if you can see that reversal over there, and you're looking at previous data, we still have it in that area where price spiked. If we look across, here is the spike. there is a spike, there is a spike. So we know that for this one, it also needs to spike. Okay, so it spikes. And then we see down here, if you're looking across, this spike is still valid because of this one and this one. So we take that spike and boom, it goes down. Okay, now this spike comes into play when we look across. So you must always look across. Look across when you see these things. And then there is a spike. Okay, so we definitely know that in this area there is going to be a spike. Now when the spike happens over here, it becomes to this area, and now we know, okay, we're looking at support. We're looking at things that that price will continue moving up. And once price moves down, once price moves to its lowest point on the 15-minute chart, you should know by then that price will just continue going up. Okay, and for this instance, you can see that it just went up and up and up. So don't be scared of spikes. Be scared of these small ticks that's moving to the upper side. Okay, so you can see that it's moving up and 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 up until that point. So at this point, we cannot confirm yet because we don't have the proper analysis to tell you if that is the highest point. Okay, so what you can do for now is, because now that you know where price normally spikes, I can definitely tell you this is going to be the biggest support area. Okay, so you can draw this across your chart until price gets there. And then we're going to take a buy until the highest point, and we're going to start looking for spikes. Okay, so what you can do for now, guys, until we have clear confirmation, is do this. Draw these lines in, because that's our new support. So I can delete this one because that's previous data. I like live charts. Live charts actually give results. Previous charts actually gives you losses. Okay, say that, you must say that to yourself when you're trading. I'm not looking at past experiences, because past experiences has not made me any richer than what I am currently. Okay, so that's what you must tell yourself. Past charts is always the worst to go and start a new strategy with. Or if you don't have a strategy as yet, when you do design one or you get one, try and use it on a live demo, and try and fix that strategy for yourself. Okay, because the reason why I'm telling you that is so that you don't get caught up with all this fake results that you're seeing when you're back testing. I know most of you like back testing robots and so forth. So those robots, yes, they do give you some price action, but they don't actually give you the best action of results. Okay, they give you the results based on what they're telling you because of previous data. In the new markets, there's always new things happening in this world. There's new cell phones, there's new trading equipment, there's new watches, there's new TVs. The market is fluctuating. Joe Biden is the new president. So all those things, it plays a factor into the new strategies and to the new stuff that's coming out basically. So if your strategy is still based on 1967 strategy, you are way behind, guys. You need to update your strategy. You need to look at what is working currently in this market. And the only way you'll know that is by looking at the daily and the monthly charts. They always tell a good story. For me, they tell the best story. Okay, let me draw the last ones. I know we're over time, guys. I'm so sorry for keeping you for so long, but I really need to show you guys something. Okay, so there's another one. There is another one. Did you guys see that? There is a spike. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly open Heavenly Storm quickly, just quickly, to see what's going on over there. What we need to do is take the previous data out, because we won't get the best experience like that. Okay, so every aspect of this is drawn in. Okay, now what I need to do is just load my template. Load my template. PredFX. Open that, and this is Heavenly Storm. So Heavenly Storm is telling us that it's going to sell. So whatever you have drawn in, you can start drawing currently. Okay, this is Heavenly Storm. Heavenly Storm, this is what Heavenly Storm is all about. It's all about finding these wonderful trades. All about finding these wonderful trades. Okay, this is the highest point. Highest point currently. This is the highest point, and Heavenly Storm will tell you that. Can you see that reversal I spoke to you guys about? That reversal came from Heavenly Storm. So Heavenly Storm is always looking for the best places to trade, and that is what you're currently seeing from Heavenly Storm. Okay, so Heavenly Storm is doing that, and then we can see price gets there. That's why there was a spike, because Heavenly Storm told us that that is the highest point. Okay, so that is the highest point, and where price needs to come down to is at least until here. Okay, so what we're going to do, because we know where's the lowest point, this is our new lowest point. This is our highest point. Okay, so what you guys are going to do is start from this low, okay, and draw in everything where you see a spike. Draw everywhere where you see a spike. For now, just draw those lines and get yourself the best experience by trading this. Okay, so I gave you a signal. Let's look for another signal. See, there was the highest point. That is the highest point, and Heavenly Storm told us that that is the highest point. This one, if I load the template, you see, reversal. So it tells you all these things before you actually get in there. Okay, so this is a sell. That's why, remember I told you guys I couldn't take this trade this morning, because when I checked it was over there, and the CCI is also something that we'll explain to you when you buy it. Okay, so this is where the reversal occurred. So even with Nasdaq, this thing works with Nasdaq, it works with everything. 75, it was overbought, and that's why if you took a sell, you would have still been in profit today. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. Montivino Valentine from PredFX, and I hope that you enjoy your evening, and let's meet again tomorrow and have a good time, because Forex is actually fun. It's not supposed to be what we call boring. So yeah, okay, so that's it from me, Montivino Valentine. I'm signing out from this live, and I hope that you enjoyed the best experience you could. And if you did, not Kolo, you need to send me a message to let me know if you want to have it. Okay, thank you.